Yo, what's going on guys, it's Lone Redemption here, and today is going to be my last video I make before Black Ops 4 comes out, before the true grind starts, and today's video is going to be the top 5 characters or skins that I think need to be added into Blackout, whether it's on launch day or in a future DLC event. It doesn't really matter, I just think these skins would really add to the Blackout experience. Now there are 3 different categories I can choose to add characters from. Those are zombies, the campaign, and the specialists from multiplayer, and I've decided to have at least one character from each of these categories so that there is a certain amount of variation within this list. Also, I've come to the conclusion that the live stream I'll be doing for the launch of Black Ops 4 will be done on YouTube. So yeah, the stream will go live at around 12 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and other than that, there's not really much else to say. Let's get into the list. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be Blackjack from Black Ops 3. Blackjack's the character that, you open your supply drops from in Black Ops 3, but he also became the 10th specialist later on down the Black Ops 3 lifecycle. In order to play as Blackjack, you needed to complete the 2 weekly challenges, and that would give you a bribe that allowed you to play as Blackjack for 1 hour. His specialist weapon you could obtain after like 5 kills, I think, and what it did was it allowed you to obtain the specialist weapon of the specialist you most recently killed. So say if you killed a Prophet, you could then take their Tempest once you killed them and then activate it, which is really, really cool, and you got it quicker, I believe, as well. But as I said, he wasn't always playable. For the start of Black Ops 3's life cycle, we only knew him as the guy that we opened supply drops from, and, he'd give us our weapons or our camos and our calling cards and stuff like that. But later, he was made into kind of a cheap 10th specialist, in my opinion. The 10th specialist was being majorly hyped up by the community, and then for it to just be kind of recycled specialists was a bit of a letdown, and you could only end up using him for an hour of game time, which was pretty shitty. So it's for these 2 reasons that he doesn't get any higher than the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Mike Harper from the Black Ops 2 campaign. From this spot and onwards, I pretty much have nothing but good things to say about the characters because they're all just all-round really fucking good characters that would be excellent in Blackout. And Mike Harper, I think, is one of the most slept-on characters in the Call of Duty franchise in terms of the campaigns. Because he's very similar to Frank Woods, but ultimately he's just outshadowed by Frank Woods because Frank Woods is that good of a character and that awesome, and he's in the Blackout. But Harper has similar characteristics to Frank Woods as he's, the cocky, badass character from the Black Ops 2 campaign. And I think ultimately that's just what I like about him most as a character. He was David Mason's right-hand man during the Black Ops 2 campaign, and he played a major part in how the story unfolded. He was also a character who could, spoiler alert, end up dead or alive at the end of Black Ops 2, and we didn't see him again in Black Ops 3, which is a real disappointment. Speaking of David Mason's right-hand man in Harper, let's get into the number 3 spot. It's gonna be David Mason. He's the main protagonist in the Black Ops 2 campaign, and he's a character who you can relate to more and more as the Black Ops 2 campaign unfolds. You're introduced to him as a child, obviously that of Alex Mason, and war ends up impacting his life much more than it should for a child of his age. This is because of the distress he used to go through every time his dad was forced to leave on military duty, which ended up affecting the amount of time he got to spend with his father during his childhood. But not only that, but he was brought into the war by Raul Menendez. Captured by Raul Menendez, David Mason is forced to witness the death of Hudson and his dead father's, or supposed dead father's, corpse. These events end up shaping him as a character, but not only that, they also make him a really complex character, which is what I really like about him. And character development is one of the most important things in making any story game, and David Mason is probably one of the best examples of character development in the entire Call of Duty franchise. Okay, now coming in at the number 2 spot is gonna be Bowman from the Call of Duty Black Ops 1 campaign. Bowman played a major role for his team in the Black Ops 1 campaign, as he was the final piece of the puzzle that made up the trio of him, Alex Mason, and Woods. This was the main trio that you'd be a part of throughout the Black Ops 1 campaign, and overall, Bowman was just the final piece in the puzzle. As I said, he was just a cool character that you just loved, and unfortunately, he had his head fucking bashed in by a fucking pipe. Fuck that Soviet, man. I still don't forgive him. Fuck that guy. And Bowman was voice acted by Ice Cube as well. Fuck, man. I just think it'd be a sick tribute to Bowman if he was added into Blackout. But I understand it might be difficult to do because of the rights and all that, as it is Ice Cube's voice. But if they can do it, it's a must. Alright, now coming in at the number 1 spot, the number 1 character I think would be the best to add into Blackout, it's Samantha Maxis. How sick would this be as a tribute to the zombies community? She was there from the start, as she was experimented on by Edward Richtofen back in the World at War days, Then in Black Ops 1, during the Moon Easter egg, when you blow up the Earth, Richtofen switches bodies with Samantha and ends up being the one who controls the zombies. And then in the Origins Easter egg, she's the one telling you the steps and giving you the guidance, and she's in the last cutscene. Oh, would this just not be sick though? Imagine this being playable in Blackout. It would be fucking creepy as well, being Maxis. Maybe you could get Fluffy in there as well, who knows? I just reckon that'd be cool. Mob of the Dead was kind of in my mind because Blood of the Dead in here, so I was thinking of like Weasel and some other characters. But I just thought Samantha Maxis would be so much sicker just because of how much history she has and how much she's influenced the zombie storyline up until this point. I just think it'd be a great tribute. I think it would be the best zombies character to add, and that's why she ended up coming in at the #1 spot. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my last video before Black Ops 4, as I said. That's when the true grind begins. That's when I'll be actually posting content fully. I'm so excited for Black Ops 4. I haven't been excited for a game like this for a while, so I'm just super keen to start grinding the game. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much been it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and that's been it. Peace.